One of these days, I'm going to create a video called 10 Things Your Uber and Lyft Driver Hates About You. And most assuredly, one of those things is going to be to stop trying to take control of what happens inside of the vehicle. I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I, for the most part, am very lenient with my riders, right? I've got 3 rules. No smoking, no open containers of alcohol, and no trying to fuck in my back seat, like, unless you want me to join. That's about the only option you have at that point, which I don't think you want that while I'm driving. But hey, to each their own. So, if you want to take a different route than what the GPS is showing, I'm fine with that. If you want to go out of your way to pull into a McDonald's and wait for them to get you food, I'm fine with that too. I actually get paid a shitload of money to sit there and wait in the drive-thru with you for McDonald's to hurry the fuck up. Whatever. For the most part, I'm lenient. I'm good. I'm even so lenient that I have personally taken the time out of my day to build playlists based on genre on Spotify to give options to my riders, right? So I could be like, hey, do you want rock or pop or hip hop, country, rap, comedy? Do you want porn? I maybe find a porn playlist for you somewhere. There's got to be one out there somewhere. You know what I mean? Right? So I'm good. I don't mind offering that because I understand that not everybody likes the same music as me, even though I like mostly fucking everything. Cool, great, whatever. Don't mind. So this guy's coming to get in my car, right? And I do 2 things when people come in to get in my car. 3 things, technically. I'll be like, hey, is this such and such, and then I'll be like, is this everybody? And then as I'm driving off, I'll offer to change, do you want me to change this? That's fine. Now the thing you want to know about me is that I love my music balls to the walls loud. I like my my mirrors shaking. I love to be surrounded by the music, right? Like Tech N9ne's song Loud. If you don't know it, you should totally check it out. It's an amazing song. Perfectly describes me in my car. But even I know that not everybody wants to hear that, right? So once I'm pulling up to my rider, I'll turn my music down a little bit, but sometimes they can kind of catch what I was listening to before they got into the car, which is fine for the most part. So this guy gets to the back door and he goes to open the door and I'm like, hey, what's going on, David? And he goes, change that right now. I don't like that music. All right, first of all, hitting my seat, not cool. In fact, I don't think there's any situation in which the type of song that is on validates you hitting anything. Right? So against my better judgment, I don't cancel the ride right then and there and kick him out my car. Okay? But instead I'm like, no, I'm not going to cancel the ride. I'm not going to cancel the ride because you didn't ask me. And he goes, what? I don't have to ask you. I'm the customer. No, you're a passenger. So I'm not changing my music. And he goes, this could be horrible. Slams the door. And to my dismay, I look at the clock and see I've got 15 minutes with this jackhole. All right, fine, whatever. So I'm driving. Now we end up in, not a traffic jam, but like surrounded on all sides by cars, which is confusing because it's 9:30 on a fucking Thursday. I don't know what all these people are doing on the road, but they need to go home and get out of my hair. Point taken. The thing about it is that I don't take my eyes off the road when I'm driving, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I'll glance over, like, if the song's something I don't want to hear, I'll kind of, like, swipe my finger to the side, to skip it, because, like, Spotify's got this, like, picture. Anyway, regardless, I'll just quickly skip the song, which doesn't take much. It's just kind of like a clicked, right? Or I'll kind of, like, glance over real quick at the GPS, right? So I'm not playing with my phone. I'm not looking in the back having a conversation. I'm apparently turned into a bobblehead doll at this point. The point of the matter is I'm on the road, right? So at one point during the ride, I hear my music turn off. Now, like I said, we're in the middle of a bunch of cars going 40 miles an hour down the road. I cannot like look over and see what's happening on my phone. You know what I mean? I have to pay attention. I have to make sure that none of these other jackasses are going to hit us, because this car is very, very, very important to my lifestyle. You know what I mean? And then I start hearing folk music playing. I don't have folk music on my Spotify. Now, you probably know where this is going. So I get to the red light and I look in the back, and this dude has reached across the back seat without me noticing. This is a sneaky motherfucker, right? He reached across from the back seat, unplugged my auxiliary cord, plugged it into his phone, and started playing music. And I'm like, excuse you, what are you doing? He's like, I like this kind of music. I was like, I do not give a fuck. Give me my auxiliary cord, you jackhole. So I plug my auxiliary cord in, put my music back on, and crank the shit as loud as I can, because he has now officially pissed me off. So this is turning into one of the worst rides I've had in like the last 3 months, right? This is right up there with that bitch that cranked my heat up all the way, and a dude that tried to smoke in my car even though I told him not to. That's another story that I need to tell one of these days. So, this dude... So then this guy says one of the most absurd statements I've heard in the past week, right? He goes, I want to make sure that this car is at 64 degrees. I can't do that. Not only, like, let's say it wasn't physically impossible for me to do that. I still wouldn't do it. Mostly because you're a jackhole. But more importantly, because this is my car, right? But he's insistent on it. I'm like, dude, I've got a temperature knob right here. And all it does is it shows me some blue lines. It shows me some red lines. And I can choose between those two. And then I can choose the speed of the fan. All right? That's all I can do as far as the temperature is concerned. There's no thermostat in cars. Maybe in the newer ones. I don't know. I'm broke. I've never even seen a new car in real life. You know what I mean? That's how broke I am. I don't dare look. They can be flying cars right now, and I would not know because I care that little about the newest vehicle coming out. But maybe there's a car out there where you can set the temperature exactly. Don't fucking know. Don't fucking care. Can't do it in my car, and even if I could, I will not do it in my car. This dude dead ass wanted me to pull over so he could use his thermometer to check the temperature of my car. I can't make this shit up. I'm not that clever. I'm retarded, as a matter of fact. But fuck it. That's what this guy's doing. So after I refuse to pull over, right, we are almost there. It's close to tears coming out of my eyes. I am so happy I am almost to the end of this ride. This dude, near the end of the ride, goes, I don't like your car anyway, because I would have leather seats. You should get leather seats. No! No! First of all, leather is bullshit. I am a very fat man. I sweat my ass off even in the coldest of temperatures, and I don't wear underwear. So leather seats means my balls will be ripped off whenever I sit in my car, especially in the Kansas sun. Do you understand how hot it gets here? Answer, very too fucking much. Next, fuck you. My car, my rules. I'll replace these fucking seats with styrofoam if I wanted to, and you would have to suck it up. Do you know why? Because you pay for one service. You know what that service is? To pick you up from one place and put you in another. That is what you pay me for. That is all you pay me for. That is all I'm going to be doing. I will have none of your bullshit. And in the end of it, I got to rate this motherfucker 1 star and never, ever will have to get him again. So the next time you think, why is it so hard for me to get Uber rides? I get them all the time, but now I've been getting less of them. Maybe it's because you're acting like a jackass and people are rating you low because we're tired of you trying to take control of the car. Ask politely. That's all you got to do. But remember, it's our vehicles, you fuck.